Hi there, everyone, and happy Monday. It's Kim Beer here with Make It Happen Monday. One thing you can do this week to better market your business. And today I want to talk about integrity and list building. There was some questions at this last event that I just gave around how you can legally or how you can acceptably get people on your email list. And I want to answer some questions around that. I am a huge proponent for email marketing. I think it's one of the most effective ways to build your business, and I think it's the most effective online way for you to get conversions in your business. But a lot of people feel like the more people you have on your email list, the better your opportunity is, and I do not subscribe to that. That is, if your list is not full of people who really want to be on your list, you're not going to be successful with your email marketing. And generally, if I have someone who complains to me that email marketing has not been successful for them, most of the time, it's usually related to the fact that their list has been generated by either things that aren't done with integrity, or their names and addresses that are really old, or they aren't really subscribed into that business's current way of doing business. So let's start by answering a question. How can you get people on your list? So there's a ton of ways that you need to do it. The most important thing you need to understand here is that people need to opt in. That means they need to willingly give you their email address in exchange for an understanding that you are going to communicate to them in a way that is a mass communication. So you can do this in a ton of different ways. There's online forms, there's offline forms. You can simply ask people. You can use services like text to join, sign up sheets, software such as iCapture. And yes, you can collect business cards, but it's important that when somebody hands you that card, that you say, can I sign you up for our VIP list? Or do you mind if I add you to our email list? And then proceed to tell them what that means to them. Because if you send out a daily email, that person may not be interested. If you send out a email twice a month that has something that's relevant for them, they might. On the other hand, they might be interested if you send out a daily email if it's truly relevant to them. But I can guarantee you, if you don't tell them what they're getting into and they start receiving a daily email from you, they're gonna unsubscribe, unless you somehow just manage to hit the right person at the right moment with the right information. You open yourself up to a lot more difficulties than just getting in trouble with the Can Spam Act. What you do is you don't get customers, which is what marketing is all about. And that's why I kind of titled this little talk today about being having integrity in your list building practices, because the bottom line of marketing is to make sales. And sales today are built upon relationships, and good relationships, as you very well know, are not built on lies or deceptions. So we want to be sure that we let people know what they're getting into when they do say, yes, add me to your list. And be respectful. If they say, don't add me to the list, don't add them to the list. It's just really important that we maintain, as business people, that integrity. So do not collect business cards at an event and just add them to your list without asking. It's okay if you say, may I add you to the list? And that person says, okay. If you get worried about them, have them write okay on their business card, or sign me up, or something like that, to indicate that they did say that it was okay for you to sign them up for your email list. Again, if they don't want to receive communications from you, chances are they probably aren't in your customer database anyway, or they don't belong there. So it's okay. Bless and release. Bless and release. So if you do go around it at an event, and I've seen this happen, somebody will go to a trade show or an expo and they'll just go by every single booth and they'll pick up business cards, and then they will email market to those businesses afterwards if they're a B2B. Don't do that. That's not an appropriate way to collect people for your list. Do not use a list that's collected by another source. This is another problem that comes from expos. So you're a vendor at an expo, and the expo sometime will go to the extent to use this as a sales point for you buying a booth there. They'll say, oh, well, everybody signs up and you guys get access to the email list afterwards. That's not within the legalities of you being able to use that email list. Those people did not opt in to receive emails from you. I don't care if the expo said, we said that they're going to be receiving emails from third-party sources. You don't want to be involved in that. That's just not a good and source with integrity for you to get emails for your list. So if the expo offers that, that's great. Do your own booth list collecting. Have a sign-up sheet out. Do a drawing, but on the drawing, make it clear that when they enter, that they are going to be added to your list. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely, positively nothing wrong with saying, you know, your entry fee is that you get an email, at least one from us, that you will have to unsubscribe from. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't take a source that or an email list that's collected by another source, import it into yours, and then send out an email to that list. Whatever you do, don't buy an email list. That's never a good thing. And finally, there's one other one that I see happen pretty frequently. And I'm going to guarantee you there's way more than 4 ways to not email market, but these are the top 4 that I see. And that's people who take their LinkedIn contact list, download it, and then upload it into their database for Constant Contact or MailChimp. You really shouldn't do that either. I do know people who do it and can get away with it, but people who signed up to be connected to you on LinkedIn did not sign up for your email marketing list. They only signed up to be connected with you on LinkedIn. So it's not really ethical for you to take those contacts and put them into your email database. So you can post on LinkedIn, you can post an invitation for people to join your list on LinkedIn, and give them a link to sign up for your Constant Contact or your MailChimp or your Infusionsoft or whatever it is. You can even offer them a lead magnet, which is a great way to exchange, something to exchange for people to be on your list. But the fact is that those people did not opt into your list in another way. And that's the clear and final and bottom line to all of this, is that we always want people to opt in. We also always want people to know exactly what they're signing up to receive. Also, we need to give them an option to unsubscribe. Now, that is a legality, and that's why you need email marketing software, because we often can't keep track of who has unsubscribed. That's the wonderful thing having a service like Constant Contact is allows you it keeps track for you of who has unsubscribed from the list. And again, the bottom line is only sign up legitimate quality consumer leads, and then you really are staying on the right side of this equation. Again, remember, when you're looking at this, don't come from this from a perspective of lack and thinking that you're going to need more addresses. What you want is you want the right addresses. You want the right people to sign up, know what they're going to receive, be expecting it, anticipate opening it. Again, when people come to me and they complain about email marketing not working, there is often a reason for that in their list. The reason can fall back to that the addresses weren't opted in, or that they were older, or that they weren't expecting to receive email communications from that company in quite that same way, in an email marketing kind of capacity. What they expected maybe was a verification for an appointment, or a communication about a project that happened 6 months ago, maybe, but they weren't expecting regular email communications. Or the company signed them up and then didn't communicate with them. That's another common one. Or the information just isn't relevant to them. Oftentimes, the lack of email success does not come from oversending emails. It comes from irrelevant information sent to people who aren't really aware of what they signed up for. So as long as you communicate those things, you will have a great deal more success with your email marketing. People will be anticipating what you're sending. They'll anticipate when to expect it, and they'll be excited to get it in their inbox, receive it, be open to the message that's inside of it. You will see your open rates and your interaction rates start to climb the more that you comply with getting people onto your list and then maintaining your list with integrity. I hope that's helped answer some questions for some folks. And if not, you're always welcome to email me or comment underneath this video on YouTube, and I will be happy to come back and answer questions about the basics. You need to worry less about the wording in the Can-Spam Act and act from the integrity of your business and your sales and towards building relationships with your customers. And then you will be doing email marketing right, and you will find your success grow. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.